What is up, everyone? Happy Friday night. Here just for a chill stream to just chat with y'all. I got some topics to talk about. I want to talk about the Golden Globes. That's Sunday night. I'm excited for that. On who I want to win. Go over my top 10 favorite movies of the year. And just chat with y'all. I really don't have a whole lot of plan other than just thank you so much for 3,000 subs. Got a nice little Power Rangers glass here. But yeah, I can't believe I hit 3,000, to be honest. When I started this, I would be shocked if one person would watch me. But this is such an awesome community to talk to fellow people about stuff I love. It's freaking awesome. And I love iced tea. So let's see who is here. I thank every single one of you, though. I already see there is a lot of awesome friends in here. God, I've met so many amazing people in this community. I swear, this has been worth all of the time and effort because of the people. And here's one of them. Tony, thank you so much, man. You are a staple in this community. Bin Buster. I love the new logo, man. The logo is awesome. Emmett, how you doing? How you doing, Sarah? Adrian, how you doing? KB, congrats, my friend. So well deserved. I appreciate that, KB. I'm gonna tell you, I've done so many streams on so many channels, but I haven't done streams on my channel as much as of late, and a lot of times it's me bouncing off of other people. And I haven't done a solo stream in, oh my gosh, like a year and a half or something like that. So I was actually a little nervous, as weird as it is, as many streams as I've been on. I was actually nervous, and I was thinking about you, my friend, because you can handle a solo stream. There's people that can. I'm winging it here. Johnny, what's up, cool kids? Thank you so much, man. You are awesome. It has been cool seeing, even I still kind of feel like I'm a new guy in this. There's people that have been in this community for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, whatever, like a long time. And I still feel like a new guy. It's been a little over 2 years, somewhere around there. And I still feel like a new guy. And there's been people that have come in since I've been doing this. And everyone just embraces each other. It's so freaking awesome. You know, Corey started up a channel. It's been great. So many awesome people. To mention Scott, what's up? His channel has been growing a lot. He's been putting out a lot of content. Stacy, congrats. Thank you so much, man. Magic Hands, what's up, everyone? How you doing? It was a pleasure to meet him in person. Hey, everyone, congrats on 3,000. I very, very much so appreciate it. If anyone has questions, send them on in. But otherwise, when I finish checking who's here, I'm going to dive into some of the Golden Globes. Probably Golden Globes first, because I already got that page all loaded up. It won't take too long on that, but I want to go through who I would like to win. Not who's realistic, but who I would like. What's up, everyone? Congrats, Tim. Thank you, Adam. And I appreciate the nice comment on my most recent video. So I put out a video on the public domain because I found that I find the topic of public domain incredibly fascinating. The video bombed horribly. Whatever. I mean, I'm doing all of this for people and a creative outlet. So if one video bombs, it's really not that big a deal. It's a slight ego hit because it seems like sometimes the videos you spend more time on do worse. It's so weird. But I was happy to put it out there. Even if one person learned something, it was worth it. Like I said, I find the topic fascinating, so it didn't feel like work, though. I like talking about that type of stuff. David, congratulations, him. Thank you so much. John, hanging out with my two cats and seeing how much. Oh my God, snow, man. We're on target here for what is it? 5 to 8 last I saw. 5 to 8 inches. Ballpark. You know how that stuff goes. We might get 3 or we might get 10. I don't know. But I imagine, yeah, we're getting snow here. So yay. What's worse too is it's the weekend, and that just means the weekend shift at work will have less work because less trucks will come in, leaving that stuff for the regular day shift when they come in on Tuesday. So awesome. Congratulations, Dell. Thank you so much. Brian, hey Tim, how you doing, man? That's good. You're doing good, Sarah. Google, give me a question to ask Tim. There you go. There you go, man. Yeah, I mean, you could ask me. It doesn't even have to be movie-related questions either. I feel like I've generally put out. I'm a pretty open book, so for the most part. But it doesn't have to. Whatever you guys felt like asking. Audrey Hepburn would be proud. My Audrey. So something I speaking of Audrey. So one of the things I wanted to do with this channel also was I wanted some kind of reoccurring series. I felt like I wanted that type of outlet, something that like, hey, this is a weekly or a bi-weekly or a monthly or whatever type of thing that I wanted to do. I already have a couple of irons in the fire on some stuff. I've got a one-on-one segment thing that'll be starting up soon. I got a few people lined up for it. We're going to be talking TV shows. I love TV shows, so that's going to be cool. But another thing I thought would be cool, and I was thinking about starting with Audrey, is the amount of times we're wondering, for people that want to collect like a full filmography, the amount of times people are looking like, oh, is this movie on physical media? Did this one hit it? I wanted to do a thing basically called Physical Media Checklist, and I'm actually thinking about maybe putting out very shortly. I already started doing some of the work for the Audrey one, and it would basically be, hey, this is everything in her filmography. This is the highest quality version you can buy to try to complete her filmography. This movie never came to physical media, which some of her very early stuff doesn't have anything. But then, hey, this movie, the best you could buy is this DVD. This one, the best you could buy is this Blu-ray. Then, hey, this one came to 4K. So I was thinking about doing something like that. So when someone clicks the video, even if it's a year down the road, hey, this is a pretty good grasp on, I want to collect all of Audrey Hepburn. This is all of her stuff. And if I wanted to do it with really any actor or actress, but it works best with someone that is retired or past, like that their filmography is done, but it could be done with, Robin Williams, Heath Ledger, anyone like that, their filmography is done. So I think that would be a lot of fun. It would help me because I really like Audrey. I want to collect all of her stuff, but I think it'd be a cool little reoccurring type segment. Take opinions, what actors, actresses people would want. Howdy. You're going to be meeting him in early March now. God, that's going to be good. You all hear more about that as we get there. Love the new logo. Yes, very much so. Awesome logo. Skip down a little bit here. All right. Did you see Aquamarine and the Last Kingdom? Oh, Aquaman. Did you see Aquaman and the Last Kingdom? No, I didn't see it. I didn't love the last one. I think it was fine, but I've kind of grown out of love with superhero movies. I don't want to say that in like a condescending way. I think it's awesome. People still love them all, and I there's still ones I would rewatch, but I guess I've gotten like burnt out on them. So there's ones that maybe I'll visit them or revisit them down the road, but for this time right now, I'm pretty much spent on superhero movies for the most part, unless it does something really creative in the sense that, like, I enjoyed Spider-Verse because Spider-Verse, the animation style is incredibly creative. The way the story is told is creative. I don't get that sense with a lot of the more recent Marvel and DC, but I'm not a hater. I just kind of grown out of love for the moment. That's all. Oh, the horror YouTuber of the month. How you doing, Cody? How you doing? Johnny in all the chat. Congrats, Mr. 3000. I appreciate that. Some Bernie Mac love there. Tim, the one and only, congratulations. Very well deserved. And I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. Holland. Holland just watched Anatomy of a Fall, which I'm going to be talking about that during this stream because I watched it last night and I very much so enjoyed that, but we'll get into that. Cody, my dudes. 3K is very, very exciting. I'll tell you what, it stalled for a while. Like it was barely crawling. And then you know how it is, like certain videos kind of hit and then I might gain 100 and then my next several videos do average-ish and it crawls again. It's just kind of the ebbs and flows of YouTube. I'm no mastermind at what would it be? Putting myself out there, I guess, promoting. I'm not great at that. So The View with Drew, what's up? How you doing? Miss Jess, congrats, Tim. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It was a great video. I learned something. Not every day that happens. I appreciate that greatly. And I that's what I wanted. I wanted someone to learn something. My mom actually, she watches pretty much all my content like immediately. And she sent me a text shortly after she watched it. Like, that was very informative. I learned something. And I was like, I appreciate that. That's what I wanted. My mom doesn't follow this stuff besides watching me. And the fact that I was able to convey it where she understood it is that made me happy. So that's good. Mike, congratulations, bro. Enjoy the channel. You got something good going. Looking forward to more content. Thank you so much. Always See That Silverstein Jacket. It's your favorite album. I like a lot of their stuff. Damn, man. It's as weird as it is. So On the Waterfront's great, but I've really been vibing with the past several albums. I don't know what it is. Like songs like Ultraviolet and stuff really got me in the past several albums, like a lot. So I actually dig more of their second half of their filmography, or not filmography. Jesus, it's like I'm talking movies. Their discography more, as weird as it sounds. I'm probably in like the minority on that, but as a whole, I like them a lot. It's just I didn't grow up in the emo scene as much, so a lot of bands that were more in the emo scene that I listen to more now, I'm coming at them from the later half of their I kind of say filmography again, discography. So like Under Oath, I didn't listen to Under Oath much when I was growing up, but I listen to Under Oath now, as weird as it is. So I don't know. I like pretty much all of their stuff though. It's weird how I keep saying filmography too. I got movies on the mind right now. Yar, good evening, everyone. Congrats on 3K. Thank you so much, Alexander. I'm also in. Congrats on 3K. Thank you so much. Also in NEPA. Yes. I remember. Yeah, you are. Yeah, I think last I saw from Newswatch 16 was 5 to 8. Yeah, I love the public domain video. I learned a lot. Thank you so much, Dell. I want to do more videos like that. So as much as like physical media, I love the stuff. Like it's next to me, it's behind me, it's all over. I just love movies as a whole. So like I like talking different topics involving movies. You never know how a video will do 2 months spent on one that doesn't do anything compared to a short bit. Yeah, that is seriously how it is, though. I've put out a couple of rant videos, which I'm telling you, some of those do the best. And I'm putting in very little pre-planning into them because it's just my pretty much raw emotions and thoughts at that time. So this isn't me writing out a big script when I do like one of those rant videos or anything like that. And those things take off and do great. But like, I also don't want to be that guy. Like, so I like to be myself. So if a topic has me kind of riled up and I feel I'm passionate about it, I want to cover it and talk about it. But I don't want to be like, oh, well, my rant videos all do great. So I'm just going to become a rant channel because I don't want to necessarily be Mr. Negative. But yeah, I've got videos planned that are, so I'll put this is a script. Like full on, like freaking, what is it, 5 pages here. This is a full on script for a video I plan on doing soon that I know is probably going to do terrible, but it's, again, this is kind of that creative outlet for me. So I want to put my all into it, make it a great video. And however it does, it does. Hopefully it finds people and helps them out. But yeah, I mean, I put a lot of time into writing that thing out. So it's just next up is actually filming it and then the editing. So question for everyone. What do you think is the worst Ninja Turtles movie? I think Turtles is easily the worst one. I don't know if I have a worst. So I have a bad memory from childhood, like a pretty bad memory. I can remember like spotty things here and there, but as a whole, there might be stuff that my mom or dad says that I just really don't remember. And apparently growing up, I loved the Turtles. Like, I was a big Turtle fan. I had a bunch of the figures and stuff. My mom says that was one of my favorite shows to watch. I have like no recollection of that at all. Like, it's so funny. I like the Turtles well enough now as an adult, but I don't carry that nostalgia for the Turtles, even though I apparently watched it heavily as a kid. I don't know how the brain processes what you remember well, because I do carry nostalgia for something like Street Sharks or the Power Rangers. Those stuck with me, but the Ninja Turtles didn't. I have no idea how the heck that works. So, so I don't necessarily know that I have a favorite or a least favorite for Turtles, because I don't carry that, I don't know, nostalgia for it. I don't. That's so weird, because I loved it apparently as a kid. I don't understand. I spent a month researching, editing a video on the film Green Knight, and it got low views. Spent 3 hours on another video, and I got 10K. Yeah, that's about the gist of it, man. It's fascinating. Some of my best content is, I will say, actually, I'm going to be putting out a room tour probably within the next, I'd say, month or two, an updated room tour. That'll probably do pretty well because people love those, and that takes a little bit of time of editing and all that stuff. But yeah, some of my other videos, like I have an unboxing of Warner Brothers sets that really didn't take a whole lot of work, and that thing is like my most viewed video on my channel. So I don't know. Then some of my other stuff, I actually like pre-plan, like this thing will probably not do well. Oh well. Congrats, Tim. I'm working, but I wanted to hop in and show some love. Man, thank you so much. Hopefully you have a good shift at work. Don't watch too many movies before you watch the whole thing. Did you like Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning? And was it goofy? I'm kind of... I don't necessarily think it's that much more goofy than a lot of the franchise. I think the Friday the 13th are pretty even for me. I don't have too much of a favorite or a least favorite. It's a very consistent franchise. It's not a franchise that I adore, but it's not a franchise I don't like. It's kind of, I enjoy it well enough, and for the most part, it's pretty even. Even like Jason X gets a ton of hate, and it's not good, but it's entertaining enough. Like that whole sleeping bag scene, man. Oh my god. So, was it goofy? Not that much more than some of the others. It's Jason. I don't have that much expectations. Were you showing how much April has read for? You were showing how much April read for 2023. Does she set goals for how much she would like to read? Yes, she does. She has a Goodreads account, and she set, was this past year was 50. I think it was 50 books she set out to read, and I don't remember what her final number was, but she beat it. So yeah, she does set goals. Granted, like books vary a lot, where like one of the books she read was like 1,000 pages, but then, 120-page novella, they both still count as one. So it all kind of depends on the books you're specifically reading. But she seems to read a lot of books that are kind of in that like 300 to 400 range. At least that's what I see. So I mean, the fact that she watches as much TV and movies and all that as I do, and is still able to fit in 50, 60 books is impressive. Very, very impressive. Tim Talks TV. Fish. Oh, TV shows. Yes, man. I'm gonna have to get you for that too. It's basically, I'm gonna call it my favorite show, which I gotta line up the dates to film with people, but it's gonna be a pre-filmed segment, and we're gonna be going into people's favorite shows and talking about them. And one of the people will be Tony. So I'm looking forward. I like hearing the passion behind whatever favorite shows people have. Like if I was on, I'd be talking like Buffy or Burn Notice or something if I was talking me as the guest. But I want to hear what some people's are, whether it be, I don't know, it could be Buffy, Friends, Star Trek, I don't know, Roswell, whatever people their favorite is. So I'm genuinely curious. Like I can't wait. I just want to talk TV with people. My favorite TV show is Roseanne. Roseanne is great, man. So I didn't get into the Conners as much. It felt like it was trying to capture something that was lost. But Roseanne, the original Roseanne, I loved it. Loved it. That was a fun show, man. I enjoyed the heck out of that. Question. With all the new stuff you've been looking to do this year, any plans on a community? Yes. I'm glad you brought that up, Adam. I'm glad you brought that up. I was actually thinking it's the beginning of the year. It's about time to start one. So I was actually thinking on putting out either a community poll or something. I want to get people's input. What type of list would you want to see? What topic would you want to see covered? Because yeah, it's about that time. If I started one for maybe late January, give all of February, and we do the stream maybe like the beginning of March, I'm tied up, but like that second week of March, maybe somewhere in that ballpark. So yeah, I'm totally game. I love those. People seem to love those. I just need whatever topic enough people will care about, because as you know, you need enough lists for it to really matter. If I did a topic like I would love classic movies, that would go over like a fart in church. Like it would I would get like 20 lists, and the overall community list would not be that great. So I need a topic that is all encompassing, whether it be 2000s movies. People love that. I mean, it could 70s, I think would actually do okay. There's a lot of really good popular stuff in 70s, but yeah, whatever the topic it is, I'm for it. I just need you guys out there to let me know what you'd be most interested. Hey Tim, huge congrats. Thank you so much, Sue. I greatly appreciate it. Sue's channel is blowing up, guys. My goodness. I look at her subscriber count keeps going up and up and up and up because she puts out great content daily. Daily is hard as heck. My Sandra Bullock filmography is complete except for Working Girl TV show. That's awesome, man. I am jealous. I have 0 complete filmographies. I would like to complete a filmography. That's a goal for 24, but I haven't done it yet. Besides, I completed James Dean. The whole 3 movies James Dean has. So that's about the only complete filmography I have. There's enough space for about 20 more titles on my third Atlantic 12-tier shelving. Gonna be buying a 4th next. Man, I know. I know the feeling. You guys will see when I do the room tour video, but this room was where mostly all of the physical media was, and it's now back. Well, there we go. That's the living room over there, and there's DVD, like shelves of DVD in there, and then past that is our foyer, which is like the walking in room. You immediately walk in now, and now it's a TV show room. So there's a spinner that has our excess DVD, and at filled with TV shows. We have a closet that we weren't using very much as a closet. So now there's an Atlantic in there filled with TV seasons. Then there's a Calyx with another shelf on it filled with TV seasons. It's absolutely freaking bonkers. The good thing owning a house and being with someone that likes the same stuff is I could put my geeky shit wherever I want in the house, and luckily there's no complaints. So yeah, space does get cramped though. That TV show is so good. Yeah. Physical media, man, there's a lot of stuff that didn't come. I hit burnout in the last 2 years. Guardians 3 was probably my... I need to see Volume 3 if it gets nominated this year for Oscars for... I think it's going to get... why can't I think? Visual effects. I think it's going to get nominated in visual effects. But I'm not looking forward. I just don't care. I hear it's good too. Nothing on the quality. I just don't care. I'm taking a break from superhero movies. Oh, by the way, hi James. I'm taking a break from superhero movies too, Tim. They need to go away for a while. Yes, they really freaking do. That's the problem. Is when I was super excited, there was like a couple a year, and there was no TV shows for it. There was nothing else. So like it's like, hey, I just finished this one, and I gotta wait 4 or 5 months for the next one. Like I'm excited. Now it's like, oh hey, there's another one next month. Oh hey, there's another one next month, and it's like, yo, okay, chill. I don't need that much. Hey Tim, happy New Year and congrats. All the best for 24. Thank you so much, Neil. Neil's channel is great, highly underrated. More people need to go check out Neil's channel. Hey everyone, Mel. Whoop whoop! Congrats on 3K. Thank you so much, Mel. Kill that like button. You're rude, bro. Cool, Mr. King of Florida. So something that people... Wow, you really went to town too. So a lot of people try to, I guess, be keyboard warriors in comments and stuff like that, and thinking you're going to hurt feelings. And dude, I could not care less. I don't need your validation, your view, your anything. Take a hike. None of that shit means anything to me. So the fact that people think they can go type on their keyboard and you're going to hurt my... Fuck off. I don't give a shit, man. So you could say whatever you freaking want. I mean, say it to my face if you had fucking balls to do it, but you probably don't, because all you people are that say shit like that is just keyboard warriors. So fuck keyboard warriors. Fucking bitches. So there's a mini rant for you. Fucking people with no balls besides a picture of a mountain and fucking you're rude, bro. Fuck off. Yo, Adrian. Happy New Year and happy Friday, James. We're about ready to get into the Golden Globes stuff. Scroll down this a little bit. What's up, Tim? Big congrats on 3K. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He also Original Fuzz has an awesome channel. Question, Tim, has everyone one comment? Do you receive remind it back to them? Sorry, I'm my mind is not working right now. I try to comment back on people. There's just life is hard. There's a lot of the channel, the job, and watching all the movies and stuff. I gotta get better at that. Holland, what's up, Mel? All right, we're about ready to dive into scrolling down, making sure there's no questions specifically before I dive into the glow. Ooh, Mom Blu-ray, how you doing? For me, the more proud I am of video, the fewer people to watch. That's really the way it is. Hey everyone, happy 3K. Thank you so much, Tiana. Become the next Grind My Gears news anchor. Yeah, man. People love the rant stuff. I'm with you. I love rants. Man, Yeah, people love them. I just, like I said, I has to be the right topic. I don't want to be that guy. That's all it is. You just need more big red arrows pointing things in shocked faces and thumbnails. So I try my damnedest to not do the shocked face type. I I don't know. I don't, and this is nothing against anyone else. Like in this space, you have to do what you can to make yourself stand out. Like I get it, and there's a reason certain thumbnails and stuff or titles do better. But for me personally, you're not going to see uh, clickbaity titles or thumbnails because that's just not personally what I want. Like I get why other channels do it, and I'm not condemning them. I understand. It's just not my cup of tea, I guess. I would rather get people to watch organically without like I don't know. I'm trying to find a way to say it without sounding condescending because I don't want to sound condescending. I understand like YouTube. You look at someone like Mr. Beast, and that guy has basically shaped how people create thumbnails, which is absolutely fascinating. I swear that guy has shaped like half of YouTube because he gets views and other people try to follow that. And I get it. I understand. Some people are doing this for the monetary side of it because it's a second job or a full-time job. And that's not necessarily me. Sure, the little bit of money I've gotten from it is kind of cool, but it's not really that goal. It's more so my outlet to talk movies and for creativity. So I'm if I go that route ever, call me out on it because I don't want to be that clickbait or shocked face or anything like that type of guy. There might be certain things that like call for a slight thing, but like the full on shocked face in every thumbnail is just not me personally. You know what you're in for when you watch Friday the 13th. Yes, you really don't need to overthink it. Wow, Fiddy, that's about a book a week. Yes. She's a dedicated reader. I probably wouldn't even read 50 pages in a year. Alf better make the cut. I would love it for the TV show thing. Someone talks Alf. If someone wants to come on and talk Alf with me for their favorite show, I'm for it. If you want to do it, Adam, if you want to come on and talk one-on-one with me about Alf, I'm for it. Because whatever people pick for their favorite show, I plan to watch some of as a refresher or some to at least see the show before we talk about it. Obviously, watching 5 or 6 seasons of a show before a stream is hard, but I'll try to watch as much as I can to acquaint myself with the show. And I have watched Alf before, and Alf is a blast, but I would love to revisit it. We loved watching Roswell. I heard you like Halloween 3, even though it doesn't have Michael. I love Halloween 3. Even though I have a Michael right back there, I actually prefer Halloween 3 the most. That is my favorite of the franchise, as crazy as it is. I love that idea. More people want to talk TV shows. I'm a big TV show guy. Hell yes, man. TV shows, they need love too. I was so ecstatic when Monk came to Blu-ray, and it was like this kind of like afterthought for people. And I get it, like it's the movie community. The movies are what most people care about. But I'm like, damn, man, I love Monk, and it's coming to Blu-ray. That's a big deal for me. Tony better be there. He started with this TV. Yes, he was actually the first person to reach out, to be honest, which is awesome. Census is at Q&A. You appeared in Boutique Talk with Steelbook Obsessed. So I want to ask, what's 4 favorite films and an underrated film in your collection? So 4 favorite films, it's Jurassic Park is number 1. It probably will always be number 1. And we got Ghostbusters, Die Hard, and then it gets a little bit murky depending on mood. So basically, if I'm in the horror mood, it switches into the Evil Dead movies. Like I would go 1 One or Army first, depending on the mood. That's if I'm in the horror mood. But if I'm not in the horror mood, it's probably Dunkirk or La La Land. Uh, very, very different things. But yes, those top three are those top three. They don't change. The rest can kind of. What did I put on Letterboxd? I think I put Evil Dead on Letterboxd as my fourth. But like I said, it all depends on mood specifically. Yeah, so those are that's my 4 to like 7 really. And underrated film in your collection. There's a lot of stuff that I've recommended that is underrated. But all right, so one that I really liked. I like with foreign movies. I like Norway quite a bit. And there's this movie called Thelma that was nominated like not 3, is more like 4 or 5 years ago now. I dug that movie a lot, and I've heard crickets on it since, and probably because people don't even know it exists. But it's like this girl that is, as she's coming into her sexuality, she also starts developing like powers, kind of like Carrie. It's cool. It's a really cool movie, and I feel like if it was a English-based movie, it probably would have did better. But you know how it is with foreign movies; they don't grasp with everyone, and I completely get that. It's tough to read movies sometimes, but yeah, Thelma. That's my choice on underrated because it feels like no one knows what Thelma is. You know it. I'm going to try to purchase one movie and one TV show season each week this year. That's awesome. That's a cool goal. The Zia Records. Oh, dude, Zia Records. That place is, I've seen pictures of that place and it's so awesome looking. Oh, my goodness. Has a lot of TV shows to compare. So, speaking on Zia, I'm going to bring this up. So stop sharing that one. I'm going to bring up a tab on my computer. Share screen. Let's go with this one. Okay. I wanted to show this since you've talked about Zia. I'm in Scranton, Pennsylvania area, but we're going to Annapolis to see Beartooth on the 27th, which I'm very excited for. I like Beartooth. I love concerts. It's cool. But there's this place called Third Eye in Annapolis that I've been to once. It's a comic store. And they're opening Third Eye Music and Video on the 27th. Like, how about that timing? I'm going to Annapolis for a concert the same time this store in Annapolis called Music and Video is opening. And I've been to their comic book store and it's outstandingly good. So I like, there's the space. That's a big space. And then further down, they've teased the records so far. They've got shirts galore. They've got masks. And they're not, I asked about the show or the movies and shows and stuff. They said they are going to be teasing that soon, but not ready yet. But just the gist I'm getting here, especially since I'm also a record collector, I can't freaking wait. And I've got this really good camera for like shooting out and about. So I plan to do a video of this store on opening day. I am hyped. So I do not have a Zia Records here. And this isn't even here. This is freaking Baltimore, like 3 hours away. But nonetheless, I am hyped to go to this freaking place. I'm so excited. That timing to be going to a concert the same exact time as that store opening, it feels like destiny. So I really am. I'm pumped. Let's see. Yes, the list coming back. Absolutely is. And Johnny says 2000s and 70s would be sweet. I am all for that, man. Whatever. I'll probably put out maybe I'll take like the top 4 that make sense and put them in like a community poll or something like that. See what people most think. I know the pain of being classic film oriented. That's my focus. So I know I'm never going to get as much traffic. Ain't that the truth, man? I have to try to balance my classic movie stuff with the more recent stuff, because I know a lot of the audience doesn't care about the classic stuff. So I kind of balance, because I love new and old, but like I really love the old and it doesn't get the same spotlight. So I get the struggle. I have 404 subs. That's awesome. That is awesome. Question: name a director or two that you would put on your Tim Talks Talkies Mount Rushmore of all-time filmmakers. Ooh, all right. It feels like a crutch saying Hitchcock, because Hitchcock is definitely that's such a crutch, man. He is all-time best. So say I'm putting on two. One is Hitchcock. Duh. The other one, shit. God, there's so many. Like Frank Capra sticks out a lot. Frank Capra's amazing. Sidney Lumet sticks out. Scorsese sticks out, but not to the extent that there's bigger fans of Scorsese out there than I am. I like him a lot, but not to Mount Rushmore level. I do love most of Christopher Nolan, but that seems kind of, if I said Frank Capra, that feels like a more inspired pick, because I actually really, Frank Capra had so many great movies, and he was, I mean, he made one of my all-time favorites with It's a Wonderful Life. So I'm going to go with Frank Capra. But God, Billy Wilder would be sick too. Man, I don't know. But Sidney Lumet, though, I don't know. That's tough. Let's just stick with Frank Capra and Hitchcock. There's my answer. I hit capacity, no more wall space. I have to get more creative and make decisions. Yeah. It's tough too when like if I had more, like took the posters down and stuff, I'd have more space. But I love that stuff. So it's a tough balance. Good question. It was a great question. Yeah, that's a hard one though. What movies would work better as a TV show? Huh. Damn, that's good. Something that felt too crowded as a movie, or actually, you know what? All Harry Potters. I like the Harry Potter franchise quite a bit. But if that was made with that same cast as a more long-form TV show, and there would just be random episodes of just the kids having fun at Hogwarts, random like bottle episodes and stuff, Harry Potter would be a cool ass like HBO show. But I'm talking like the original cast at that time. No, the movies didn't exist. It just started as a TV show. That would have been an awesome show. I mean, it's a great franchise of movies, but yeah, that would have been awesome. I would be all for that. Keyboard warriors suck. We don't. Yes, absolutely. People love when I get mad. I noticed that. Tim's getting fired up. I don't need to read them, but I like people to know that they're pretty much not getting under my skin because I don't care. So whatever. He took care of that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy. I gotta make more mods for my channel too. That's how little I stream, guys. I gotta stream more. Let's see. Hello there. Let's see. I'm trying to get to another question or something, and then I want to get to the globes. The goal is to respond back to everyone, but yeah, yep. Nice to hear others who disagree with the usual YouTuber clickbait and crud. Yeah, I like I said, I get it. It's just not for me. That's all. How I Met Your Mother's favorite. That's a great show. I haven't rewatched it. I watched its original run and I had a blast. It was a good time. I would like to revisit it. I don't know that I've watched certain like scenes on TikTok and stuff, and they didn't. Sometimes shows certain things don't age as well. Just I don't know. They don't come across as funny. But then I've watched other ones where it's like, all right, that still is really funny. But I mean, yeah, I haven't run across that in Friends. There's certain things that that time kind of makes not as funny. I don't know. I don't know how to explain, but I'd like to rewatch that show. Truth be told, I never heard of Mr. Beast until I was logged out of YouTube one day. I feel a little out of touch. Mr. Beast is huge, man. Yeah, it's crazy. He literally has shaped YouTube. I know we're in like a niche that Mr. Beast is like not even close to. Like there's these popular channels that do their own thing that is nothing like we do, but he has created like an influx of channels that try to do exactly what he does to try to gain followers. And when you're doing it like that, it doesn't feel authentic. Like Mr. Beast, I guess, created that he was kind of the pioneer of that. So he knew what he wanted and went for it, but other people are literally just copying it to be him, and that's just it's not authentic at all. I would want it like this would suck if I wasn't being authentic me, just trying to copy someone. Like if I was trying to I don't know, someone in this niche, so like films at home or mid-level media, like those guys having much more subs, copying them and trying to be them, it would be horrible. Like they're great. Like Ken is an awesome guy, but I don't want to be them. I want to be me, if that makes sense. Tim Planet CHH loves Alpha. Oh, that'd be cool to get him on the channel, actually. Yeah, I forgot he does love Alf. I remember seeing that post about it too. Who doesn't love it? Oh, all right. On a previous stream, I heard you talking about Death Race 2000, and I found a copy of it a couple days ago. It took forever to find. Yeah, dude, it is very out of print here, but it's got a new release, Region B release. But yeah, the Shout is I spent like $80 on the Shout release, but I have nostalgia for that movie. It's dumb fun. I like to talk about classic TV. Love classic TV. The Leave It to Beaver set is freaking great. All right, Tim, are you planning another? Yes, yep. I'll probably put up the community poll. Maybe I'll do it this weekend. I'll put up a community poll and aim for start end of January and make like basically all of February is voting, because I like to give a month to vote. It's leaving only a couple of weeks is not enough time, and then I need a couple of weeks of like prep. So probably it would be if I started end of January, all of February was voting, and then sometime maybe like mid-March would be the stream, potentially somewhere in that ballpark. Do you have 1991 People Under the Stairs? Yes, I do indeed. And the movie is a blast. That is a fun movie. I enjoy it a lot. Let's see. I've been to both Zia locations in Vegas. They're wonderful. Oh, God, they look so awesome. I want to go. This question might be tough and hard. There are many great steelbooks. Which one in your collection is your favorite from last year? That I actually know, and I still have it next to me because of when I did my video. All right, so I have it in the protector. This is actually my favorite, and I know I don't think this made many lists as like favorites, but it did make some lists. I think Movie Guide 365 put this on his list. I love it because I love the movie. Maltese Falcon is great, but there is great embossing on this. But the key is the backside. The fact that they made it so that you're looking through the door at Humphrey Bogart, I think was just concept-wise fantastic. I think this thing was executed so well. So yeah, I love it. I'm happy to put this at number one. And number two is the Sleepy Hollow steelbook that everyone loves because it is a freaking awesome steelbook. But yeah, that Maltese Falcon is amazing. That store looks great. 3 hours away is a decent drive, but excellent timing. Yes, I mean, I'm going there anyway, so it works out well. Sounds like it'll be fun. Absolutely will be fun. I live in Northeast PA. I always visit. Yes. I wish we had more stuff here, though. Like, it's funny living where I live. I'm happy because I live only a couple hours away from a lot of places. I'm a couple hours from Philly, a couple hours from New York City. Like I have a lot of stuff that I can do as day trips. I don't really want to day trip Boston, but Boston is reasonable. Like I have a lot of stuff that I could drive in a day. I'm happy with that. But here specifically, my exact area for everyone else watching, John would know, but we have some stuff, not a lot. I guess we're more blessed than some other areas, but yeah, we don't have like a Zia Records type of store here. There is a store, uh, Allentown general area called Young Ones that's decent, better as a record store, but they've got some good media, physical media there for movies. But that's like an hour and 20 minutes for me or something like that. So this immediate area, I wish it was better. The big question that keeps people awake: Mulholland Drive or Lost Highway? Mulholland Drive, definitely. Definitely. I don't have where is it? I have it somewhere back there. I have a really cool edition of it though that I got from Zavi. Yeah, Mulholland Drive, absolutely. I hope we see more footage from the new camera before the Baltimore. I'm teasing Tony. Tony wants to see footage from this thing. So here, I'll show this. This thing's pretty cool. So you flip this and it turns on. And from there, you can control the little camera with this. And I could flip it around and it turns and it's all on a gimbal. So it's all going to stay, well, besides flipping it that much, but it stays, you can move around quite a bit and it stays relatively even. So that's pretty cool. And even if you're filming vertical, you can click continue. You get vertical content. It's a neat little camera. I dig it quite a bit. It's easy to use, and then just flip that again and it will shut off. So yeah, I guess I'm teasing Tony a little bit on that. He wants to see footage from it. Oh, nice. What made you start your channel? As for me, I think it's really hard. It's something to do with being stuck inside because of COVID. A lot of people started during COVID, man. A lot of people. So this is I think of myself as a relatively open book, so it's okay. This incarnation of the channel is the little over 2 years. So this was started like within the COVID time range. And I started it because I wanted to get back into it. And when I said back into it, it's because I actually had Tim Talks Talkies was a channel previously. And it was doing actually okay, but I kind of gotten like I don't know if it was a depression. Just I was not in a great state of mind. And one day I just kind of nuked the whole channel. Like I deleted everything that Tim Talks Talkies never existed. And within that, I still had my Instagram, but the YouTube was gone. So this is basically the second incarnation, and this version's not going anywhere. But yeah, my starting it was because I wanted to actually start it back up. My original reason for starting the first version of the channel was just to talk movies with people. It's pretty much as simple as that. But that was pre-COVID starting that one. I might be talking more like 4 or 5K if I didn't shut that channel down. I don't even know. I don't even remember how many subs that channel was at when I nuked it. But yeah, I don't know. I was not a good headspace can screw you up, man. It's some people need to realize when you're not feeling right. So I was not feeling right. It was a bad decision. I'm better. That's all I can say. So last question. If there's your favorite movie this time, what's the movie you can't stand watching? Who can't stand watching? God, that's tough because if I really can't stand it, I just would shut it off. Though I did suffer through some some stuff. But what's something I've really disliked Cobweb this year, but I didn't even dislike the whole thing. I disliked Act 3 so much. I really enjoyed Act 1 and 2. I don't know. What is something that I didn't like Cocaine Bear, but I don't know if that I can't stand watching it. It had a cool scene in it. Man, that's tough. I don't know. I try not to focus on what I don't like as much. That's why I didn't also want to put out like a least favorite movies type of thing or talk about that so much just because in general I want to focus on what I like more than what I don't. But yeah, I so like this year wise, Cobweb, Shazam 2, and Cocaine Bear were towards the bottom for me. But I didn't like despise every being of them, but I didn't like them. Wolfgang Peterson, one of my favorite directors. Troy's a good movie. That's a damn good movie. I have enough room for a fourth rack, roughly 500 titles. Yeah, man. Space is something. How has Bob been? I've not heard from him in a while. He's just taking a break. He's fine. He'll be back. He will be back at some point. Which there, he's just taking a break. Y'all don't know what my favorite childhood series besides Nickelodeon is a TV show. It's back on the air. I recently watched my first couple of Mr. Beast videos. Not for me. Yeah, I get it. He's not. I think so I do actually watch his content, but I don't watch his copycats. His copycats are out for themselves, and as much as Mr. Beast he's making money, he's fine. He does cool stuff though that even though it could be looked at as I guess what would be the word? Taking advantage, I guess, of people. He does help out and does some cool stuff. Like I love animals, and he did a video where he took 100 dogs that were not getting adopted and were borderline going to get put down, and he took them all to this animal shelter and made it all everything was free, and then gave everybody that adopted the people like $5,000 or no, it was lifetime pet supplies and care and all that, and he gave that for every person that adopted one of the dogs. And that actually, by the end, I actually teared up. Like I'm like, this is cool. Regardless of this is made as content for money, the fact that each video, I guess, turns around and that money gets put into something else that helps someone, I think it's kind of cool. And I just seeing all the dogs get adopted and stuff, I actually thought it was like I teared up. I was like, this is awesome. These dogs were just sitting in a shelter. No one wanted them, and now people took them home, and they're gonna get loved. I just, yeah. So I don't love all his content, but he does ones that kind of hit me. He even did one where he put wells in what, I can't remember which country. It was a country in Africa. He put in wells and built schools. I'm like, this is cool. This is a YouTuber though doing stuff that the government there should be doing, and a freaking YouTuber is doing it. But as long if you're helping people out, like I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, his content style is not for everyone. I mostly watch physical media, science fiction, and Japanese culture channels. I think the algorithm gave up on myself. That's funny. Last person to take their hand off the OLED TV wins Mr. Beast style. And that's totally something he would do. So like he has those types of videos where it's just kind of like, oh, you have a minute to pick up whatever you can in Best Buy. Like he has those type of videos, but like I said, the one with the dogs and there's videos like that, like I think that stuff's kind of cool. So if it takes a couple of like clickbaity videos like that to also fund videos on helping dogs and people have clean water, I'm okay with it. 7 years ago, my parents were eaten by pygmy cannibals, and I've never forgotten it. And okay, the Soundgarden, I've heard really good things on the Soundgarden. I definitely want to check that place out. I miss living in NEPA. Well, there's Best Buy. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, there's not a lot of places to buy movies in the Twin Cities here. We don't even have much in the way of pawn shops here, sadly. Tim talks tech. Tim tech tips. Dude, I thought that was a gimbal or a camera too. Yeah, this is a bull. This thing is cool as hell. It's gonna be really good for filming out and about type stuff. Tim teases Tony. Nice gadget, Tim. Are you James Bond in disguise? Oh my god, you gotta do more lives. You're doing great. I appreciate that, Tiana. I didn't even get to the Golden Globe stuff yet, too. You guys are awesome. I don't think I want to know a world without. Oh man, you're awesome. I don't want to know a world without you, Cody. Tony picking on people this year. He got the revenge for the magnifying glass clip. Oh my god, he's never living that magnifying glass down. Question: how you liking the new job? I'm liking it quite a bit. So it's new old, I guess. If that, I went back to the company I used to work at, and but I'm doing different work there now. It's weird. I'm not technically on like the management team, but I'm doing pretty cool work that I find fascinating. Like I don't know how to describe it, but I'm basically doing stuff involving like the regulations and operations of the actual business. Like it's really cool. So it's a lot of computer work and keeping track of different making documents for procedures and stuff like that. It's cool. Actually, I'm actually enjoying it. It's not what I expected, but I do enjoy it. I feel the same about Cobweb. Like, yeah, dude, how it started, I was totally in for what was going on with the parents, and then the third act happened, and I'm like, ugh, I don't like this. Same Tim on Jeopardy being asked about Italian hotways. Tim says things that hurt me, like Megan wasn't good. I'm sorry about the Megan thing. I know you liked Megan. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Do you have an anime in your collection? I have some anime. I have some. I have Yu Yu Hakusho. There's some. We have Cowboy Bebop. We actually have 4 Cowboy Bebop statues. They're really cool. Well, actually 5. Yeah, we have 5. But yeah, we've got some anime. Not a lot, but some. Ken, how you doing, man? You heard your ears ringing, I guess, when I mentioned you before. Kenny Levels in the house. Yes, Ken getting the love because Ken's awesome. Mr. Beast makes burgers. So he has one official restaurant that's actually his, but most of the Mr. Beast burgers are actually ghost kitchens, which I don't know if anyone has watched anything on ghost kitchens, but they're screwed up. Ghost kitchens are basically like, it could be like a restaurant masquerading, but it's actually cooked out of, say, a Friendly's restaurant, and it's cooked with Friendly's ingredients by Friendly's employees, but it's coming across like it's a completely different restaurant. And that's what a lot of Mr. Beast Burgers stuff is. So like when I was a FedEx driver, I delivered to a Friendly's that I was delivering Mr. Beast Burger like boxes and wrappers and stuff, but it was getting made out of Friendly's. So I was like, this is freaking weird. Ghost Kitchen stuff I feel like it should be, I don't know, watched or something, because it sounds kind of unethical. Like if you're acting like, oh, we're this top burger place and our burger's $20, but it's coming out of a Friendly's, and the same burger with the same ingredients is $8 at Friendly's, it seems kind of weird. But what do I know? Okay, being an animal lover wins me over. My son has been watching Mr. Beast for 8 years. He's done some cool stuff. Yes, he really has. He's got his clickbaity type videos, but he's done some really cool stuff. Mr. Beast helped the community rebuild their homes after tornado. Yeah, that's the type of stuff. Like, if it takes some videos that are purely just for the clicks to get the money, to actually make other videos to help people, I'm for it. It's better than some of these other ones that mimic his stuff for clicks, but don't actually help anyone. Those channels, they're worthless. They're not worth anything. Okay, here's the last and cream of the crop. What makes a movie great and rewatchable worthy one? Are there things you appreciate the most about cinema? So the things I look for, nostalgia is a kicker, which I guess my top 3 movies are nostalgia, and they're ones I watched when I was younger a lot, and they stuck with me. So that's hard to kick that. But when I watch newer stuff, so say like Dunkirk, I adore Dunkirk, and that's a weird opinion for people. But what clicked with me was its theming of it's just about survival, and then throwing that in with great editing, great cinematography, and an outstanding score. I guess those are some of my favorite things. Like there's great cinematography, a great score with good acting, I'm in. I don't even need like the best all-time best story or anything like that. Like, give me just a good solid acting with a great score and great cinematography, and you're gonna get me on the hook. If it's pretty and nice sounding and it's good acting, that's like La La Land is not a particularly deep story or anything like that, but it's well acted, beautiful music, and beautiful cinematography, and I fell in love with that movie. Its story is relatively straightforward. It's nothing like mind blowing, but it's just very well done. So like that's, I guess, hit some of those key notes for me, and I'm probably going to like it quite a bit. So what do we get next? Tim is the Michael Scott of this. So Scranton clings to The Office like you would not believe. They will die by The Office. Like we have a restaurant here called Cooper's. It's a seafood place, which actually has been mentioned in The Office, and it's a good restaurant. But they have an entire gift shop that is dedicated to The Office. There's an Office marathon here. Like The Office is like a huge part to Scranton. They love it. So even when people start forgetting about Scranton, or like when they start forgetting about Office, Scranton will not. He's in Scranton after all. Yep. Scranton general. I'm 2 towns over, but it's also, they call this area the Scranton Wilkes-Barre area because it's just one big, yeah, whatever. Scranton Wilkes-Barre is where I live. How you doing? I appreciate he's always commenting and has a great channel, and yeah, I've got awesome people that talk to me. I love it. What kind of music do you like? I'm very heavy with rock and metal as my main stuff. Like heavy with rock and metal. I listen to some stuff that other people might not like so much. I listen to some very screaming stuff, but I just, as weird as it is, music that people associate with angry music is calming. I don't know. I could put on a song that's like mostly screaming, but it's relaxing. I don't know how that works with me, but it just does. I just finished Past Lives. Snooze? Ooh, I might like that. I'm going to be honest, a good chunk of the time when I'm seeing movies that people are like, it was so boring, I fell asleep, I end up watching it. I'm like, I really dig this. I guess I like boring movies. So I'm curious. I'm going to be watching Past Lives definitely, though, before the Globes, because I need to. Which actually, let me see. Let me start that comment to go back, because let's talk about the Globes right now, because you brought up Past Lives. Got to bring up that quick screen share. There we go. Golden Globe nominees, and it's loaded. All right. So we're gonna make a quick run through this. Not gonna spend too long on this. Song I'm just Ken is what I want to win. I think it will win too. Score. So I have not seen Flower Moon yet. I missed it in theaters. I didn't want to spend the 20 for digital, and now it's coming on the 12th Apple TV Plus. So I will see it when it comes for free. I'm excited for it, but I didn't see it yet. Zone of Interest is not available yet, but I really like her scores. Her score to Jackie is freaking awesome. I loved Oppenheimer. Need to see Boy and Heron. Poor Things score is so freaking weird, but fits the tone of the movie so well. And Spider-Verse score is yet again great. I don't have a top one in this besides, I guess, Oppenheimer is probably the score matters a lot to Oppenheimer. So I'd go Oppenheimer there. And that's probably what's going to win anyways, to be honest. Screenplay. So I'll be watching Past Lives this weekend. Oppenheimer, Killer Moon, Barbie, Anatomy of a Fall, and Poor Things. I would go Poor Things here. It's probably gonna be Oppenheimer. I'd go Poor Things. That movie is fucking bonkers. I can't get it out of my mind. Best Director. I did not like Maestro. I really, really did not like Maestro. It felt overacted, hammy. It ran through the paces too quick for me. Biopics are hard to nail. Biopics are tough because if a biopic is running through the paces very quick, it starts to lose me. Like my favorite type of biopic is actually one that takes a section in time and just like a Lincoln or a Steve Jobs or something and focuses on that instead of the Bohemian Rhapsody that has to cover everything. And granted, Oppenheimer did cover a lot of ground, but it was just executed so well in a way that Maestro didn't feel to me. But Maestro's getting a lot of love. So what do I know? Greta Gerwig, Scorsese, and Yorgos. I would go Nolan here for Oppenheimer because Oppenheimer is the epitome of a director movie. He directed the shit out of Oppenheimer. So I would definitely go that, and I think he will win that. Best performance by a male actor in supporting role. This dude was good. Charles Melton in May December was good. Mark Ruffalo was very, very good. Didn't see Flower Moon yet. Downey Jr., great. Gosling, a blast. William Dafoe, really good. So I think it's Robert Downey Jr.'s time, and I'm actually okay with anyone in this category. Besides, I didn't see De Niro yet in Flower Moon, but I'm okay with any of those. Supporting here, so I haven't seen Color Purple yet, and I haven't seen Saltburn yet. I'm going to watch Saltburn this weekend, but I did see the other ones. They were all, I would go in ranking, probably she's going to win. Divine Joy Randolph, she will probably win. And then I would go Julianne Moore, Jodie Foster, Emily Blunt, but all very good. It's just she was really, really freaking good. So I think she'll win anyways. Male actor for musical or comedy. Didn't see American Fiction yet. Can't wait to see it. Beau is Afraid. Didn't see it. Didn't really interest me that much. Air. I had fun with Air. Didn't see Dream Scenario yet. Holdovers was great. Didn't see Wonka. I'll see it when it comes to physical. So for this, I don't have as much in this besides Paul Giamatti was freaking awesome in Holdovers. So I want Giamatti. This one is I'm a sucker for Emma Stone, and she was outstanding in Poor Things. We'll be covering Poor Things shortly here, but this is solid. Jennifer Lawrence feels like a very weird addition in here, but it is for comedy also. And No Hard Feelings was actually pretty solid, but No Hard Feelings is a weird fit with some of these other movies, I guess. I'm okay either way there. Male actor for drama. I didn't see All of Us Strangers. Like I said, I'll see Saltburn. I did not care for his performance for Maestro. Cillian Murphy here. Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. That feels easy for me, at least, what I would want. Female actor in a drama. This was good. Anatomy of a Fall was dang good. I need to see Past Lives. Like I said, Ken thought it was a snooze. so maybe I'll like it more. We'll see. But Sandra Huller was really, really good. For non-English, didn't see any of them yet besides Anatomy, so I just by default go Anatomy. This is a stupid category, waste of a category, don't care. Animated wise, Spider-Verse, but I didn't see Boy and Heron yet. Musical or comedy, I saw everything there besides American Fiction, which I can't wait to see. I want Holdovers, realistically, but I loved Poor Things as well. Like, I think Holdovers has the more realistic chance. I'll put it at that way. So Holdovers is my choice here, but I would also adore Poor Things. And I actually put Poor Things higher than Holdovers on my my top 10. So I'm fine either way there, really. And then drama, God. So Saw, didn't see, Saw, didn't see. So I only saw 3. I'm going Oppenheimer, but Anatomy of Fall was good. Just Oppenheimer, he directed the shit out of that movie. He really did. So I didn't want to spend too long on the Golden Globes, but I'm excited for Sunday. I like awards season. So anyways, Ken, I will see what I think of Past Lives. Hopefully it's not a snoozer for me. Any favorite bands? So nostalgic wise, I grew up heavily listening to Linkin Park, and Linkin Park's lyrics really get me. So I'd probably say as a whole, Linkin Park, but God, there's a lot of bands I really love. Like I've been listening a lot to I Prevail. I like Beartooth, Silverstein, like I mentioned Under Oath. What's some of the stuff I've been listening to recently? I'm kind of all over the freaking map. Gunship, Crosses is freaking great. Catch Your Breath, In This Moment, Atreyu, Spirit Box, Starset, Cold. There's a lot of bands I really like. I listen to a lot of music. There's a Mr. Beast chain. Well, there's only one that's officially his, and then the rest, like I said, are all Ghost Kitchen stuff, which not a fan on the idea. Dunkirk. Holland gets it. Are you a fan of Laurel and Hardy? Also, the next time you drive through Columbus, Ohio, I would love to meet up with you. Yeah, dude, I would absolutely. I would love to meet up with people when yes, absolutely. I could mention next time I head that direction. I had a great time when I headed out that direction last year. But yes, I do like Laurel and Hardy. Yes. Not as I guess I want that new set, but I don't know enough of their stuff to say I'm a major fan, but I do like them. Yes. There was actually a really cool statue of Laurel and Hardy I wanted to buy. Did anyone hear of this movie, You Hurt My Feelings, from A24? Heard of it. Don't know much about it, really. What is your most prized autograph? And what is your holy grail autograph? Ooh. Most prized autograph would be, if I can count it as one item, I have an Evil Dead one-sheet poster that I got signed myself by all of the original cast and Raimi. I worked on it for years. I have it. It's basically, there's not so many people I could really realistically add to it. I love and adore that thing. So yes, that's my most prized item. Like, that's the type of thing, if this house is burning down and that my loved ones, animals, everyone that matters is all the living beings are out of the house. I'll put it that way. And I can only come in and grab like one item. I don't even have photo books per se, because all of that stuff's like digital at this point. So I don't have any like irreplaceable photos. I guess the one thing I would grab is probably that Evil Dead poster, to be honest, because I can't think of anything else in this house that is irreplaceable, I guess. I mean, not that that's not irreplaceable, but a lot of I don't have like the sentimental stuff that I can go grab quickly that isn't just, like I said, digital photos are already in the cloud, so I don't have any of those special pictures or anything that I can't access on my phone. So yeah, I'd grab that poster. Oh, and as for what my holy grail, shit. All right, so realistically, what my holy grail one is that I really, really freaking want is I want a legit La La Land that is signed by Stone Gosling and Damien Chazelle. That's what I want that I can get, I guess. If I'm saying just anything ever, I would love a legit like Audrey Hepburn or something. But when you start getting into some of those classic actors and stuff, it's a little harder. And especially a lot of the stuff is more so people cutting out stuff and framing it with something else because they weren't signing posters and stuff back then. They were signing little signing books and stuff like that. And I don't like that as much, but I mean, if it's my only way to get a legit Audrey Hepburn, your music taste is so exquisite. Slipknot, hell yeah, man. Slipknot is great. Hell yes. Is it just me or with the writer's strike last year, we were in for a rough year? Probably. Yeah, we probably are. I have a question. Who made the Collectors Club happen? Ooh, great question, Tiana. It was something Huck and I tossed around between us, and then nothing happened with it for like months. And then all of a sudden, I get a group message from Mike and Huck because I guess Mike and Huck talked about it also. And then they said, "Hey, do you want to still do something like this?" So then it became the three of us kind of going back and forth on stuff. Something came up with the name, and then we're like, we need a fourth person. So that's when we brought Derek in with like what, the third episode, I think it was. So yeah, it was. I guess if you want to say Huck is the most instrumental because it was me talking with Huck and Huck talking with Mike. So I guess it's Huck. It doesn't exist without Huck. It wasn't a bad movie. I don't mind slow, but the story didn't resonate with me. Okay. I'm looking forward to seeing it, though. Got to see Saltburn. Oh, man, I hear Saltburn is batshit crazy, and I can't wait. Favorite movie remakes? I'm not actually opposed to remakes either. The Departed is a badass remake. I don't know. That have to be one of those things I'd have to like Google best remakes because I can't think right. Oh, well, The Thing is a remake. The Thing is amazing. But yeah, The Thing, what did I say? The Departed, Dawn of the Dead is great. I like Insomnia from Nolan. I like the original one as well. Ocean's 11. So there's a lot of great remakes out there. I'm not a remake-ater. I'm okay with them. Worst case, if they suck, I just don't watch it again and I watch the original. That's my main way. Like Ghostbusters 2016, I wasn't a fan, but whatever. I mean, I just watched the original and don't watch 2016 anymore. I need to see Saltburn, watch the trailer, and look. I heard some crazy stuff on that movie. And I like crazy, so I am all in. I haven't seen like any of these movies. It's all good. It's all good. You might not have seen too much of my top 10 then. I'm going to show that really quick. I saw that you said you liked it. I'm kind of surprised, but also, I think you might enjoy it. Sandra Huller for sure. She was very, very good. There's a scene in Anatomy of a Fall that is essentially a flashback. They tried to avoid flashbacks in the movie, but this one works because it's like an audio recording in the court case. So they're able to go backward. Sandra Huller's performance in that flashback is outstanding. Like she's great in the whole movie, but that is an excellent, excellent performance in that flashback. So I'd be for her getting accolades. We'll see what happens, but it's a very, very good movie. Saltburn was good. Yeah, God, you're gonna make me want to freaking check it out after this. Gonna check out Holdovers and Saltburn this weekend. I loved Holdovers. I bought it for 20 on digital because I was talking with Derek, and the rumors were like this thing wasn't going to come to physical for a while. And I thought, well, that kind of could happen because sometimes when a movie is like Christmas oriented, we've seen where they almost skip a bunch of time and are going to release it like closer to the next Christmas. It's happened before. And I had no idea when Holdovers was actually coming. And I'm like, I want to see it before the Globes, before Oscars. So I spent the 20 and 20 or 25 and bought Holdovers. And then the freaking studio is like, oh yeah, we're releasing it this week. You sons of bitches. Man, I don't like the whole out of nowhere, here's the release. Because I mean that they got what they wanted out of me. They got my money, and then I'm gonna end up buying the movie on physical down the road. But damn it. Oppenheimer's still my favorite of the year, waiting for something to beat it. I don't know if anything is gonna beat it at this point. I don't know. I mean, what major stuff have you not seen? Because you've seen quite a bit. I don't know if anything will beat it. Like, it's one of those. It's not my favorite Nolan, but it's probably his most well made, if that makes sense. Like, as a whole, Oppenheimer is probably his best. It's a masterpiece for him, but it's not. I won't return to it the same I will with Dunkirk, Interstellar, Inception, like some of his other ones. Like it's amazing in every conceivable way, but it doesn't have that same rewatch value to me as some of the other ones. As weird as that sounds, like it's a 10 out of 10 movie. So that's as weird as it is. Like, it came in second for me for the year because a movie that I felt like I'd rewatch more beat it. So when I show those, it's I just don't know I'll rewatch Oppenheimer, but I don't know if I'll rewatch it the same as some of the other Nolan movies. Under Oath is Christian band. Yes, they are. And Cold is badass. Yes. Oh, wow. Ken knows who Cold is. I mean, like, they were pretty damn big for a little bit. They're like nobody now, but Barbie will most likely win Cinematic Achievement. Yeah, probably. And it's a terribly stupid category. Rewarding just because it made a boatload of money is dumb. That means a Transformers or something can win it down the road, or some other. Oh God, no! That's Laura Hardy, Abbott and Costello, Three Stooges. Out of those, I'd probably say Three Stooges, just because that's what I've seen the most of. The Three Stooges are a blast. Favorite Bond actor. Ooh, Brosnan. Brosnan is who I grew up with. Brosnan is who I connect with the most. I'd go Brosnan and then probably backward to probably go Connery next. My least favorite is actually probably Craig. As weird as that sounds, like, Craig is good, but Craig represents some of my least favorite of what Bond has to offer. Like, Skyfall as a whole was one of the better movies, but I watch Bond a lot for the gadgets and the fun. Pretty much what Brosnan's Bond gave me. It gave me gadgets galore, the gorgeous Bond girls, the fun, and Craig's was like, we're gonna take this super serious, and the most you're gonna get for tech from us and gadgets is a freaking gun with a fingerprint sensor at first. I'm like, what is this? This is not what I like. It's well made, but it's not what I'm looking for in Bond. Like, I felt like Craig's Bonds sapped the fun out of it for me, and that's what I loved about Bond was fun for the most part. So yeah, definitely Brosnan's Bond. His is like the perfect mixture of all of the previous ones. Blah blah bland. Oh my God. Hey Dave, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Hey Dave, Daniel Craig Bond movies for me as a whole. Yeah, I mean they're. I feel I'm not. I didn't say what I said. Take it away. I get people love his Bond movies. I completely get it. I just want that fun that I got with Brosnan's. That's all. a movie that movie or movies that cures my anxiety is Little Miss Sunshine. Awesome movie. The Crow and Bean from I think 1997. Dude, Mr. Bean is great. Mr. Bean is a blast. I even enjoyed what was his. It got a couple of sequels which weren't as good, but what Johnny English with Rowan Atkinson. That was a fun movie, man. It was like Bond, but if Bond was an idiot, but still got the job done. It was fun. Die Hard, yes, yes. Society of Snow, I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I watched the trailer last night. I'm like, yes, I am in on that. What movie are you looking forward to this year? I looked at the release schedule and it looks kind of bland right now. I'm really looking forward to Ghostbusters because I loved Afterlife. I love Ghostbusters as a whole, and this new one looks like a lot of fun. And now we don't need to establish the next characters. So I'm looking forward to that. But realistically, a good chunk of the time, some of my favorite stuff of the year ends up being dominated by like the Oscar bait type movies, the critical dramas and stuff like that, which we get towards the back end of the year that you're not hearing as much about now. You're not really anticipating them yet. So it's hard for me to gauge because I don't resonate with a huge chunk of the blockbusters that come out in the theaters. So I guess right now, Ghostbusters would be it. I will be there day one for Ghostbusters. I'm excited for that. John Wick 4. Oh, that was John Wick 4. If anything is getting a snub at the Oscars, it's that John Wick 4 isn't even in consideration for cinematography. That is just blatant looking at a movie like John Wick and be like, we can't nominate that. For shame, with their pinky up. Like, John Wick 4 cinematography is outstanding. Like, you can look at the movie and take away all the rest of the stuff about it, so you didn't like anything else about it. That movie is so stunningly beautifully shot that it flabbergasts me that that's not even in consideration, even remotely, for cinematography. My jaw was about on the floor at that, where it like picks up the camera and looks down, and it's almost like it's a video game as he's moving room to room. Dude, oh my God. I walked out of that and I'm like, the colors, the shots, everything about that movie is just so gorgeous. And it kind of is like, why aren't you even talking about this? But whatever. Let's be honest, Oppenheimer's gonna win huge. It's gonna win really big. Oppenheimer will probably take home the most awards for the Oscars. And it's not, we don't even know the nominations yet, but it's going to take home the most. But I will say, I honestly feel like it's going to win a bunch of stuff. But I feel right now that Holdovers is the type of movie that's going to kind of just win a couple of key ones and swoop in and win Best Picture. I can 100% see that coming. I wouldn't be mad either because Holdovers is wonderful. Godzilla -1 top the year for me. Can't wait to see it. Can't freaking wait. It looks damn good. I will be buying it as soon as it comes out. Beekeeper for me. Dune 2. I'm really looking forward to Dune 2. Beekeeper looks fun. And Deadpool, my curiosity, even though I'm like kind of tapped on superheroes, I've got to know what they're going to do with the character in MCU. Like, I know they're saying they're not changing much, but like, I don't know how much I believe Disney. So I guess we'll see. Beekeeper looks good. So yeah, Beekeeper. I mean, Statham. You know what you're getting. He's fun. Craig is my favorite Bonds. All right, it's all good. It's all good. I guess it depends on like what you're looking for out of Bond. Like, Craig's movies are probably the best as a group, but it's just not fun. that's my main problem. Like, I want that like suave with the quips type that Brosnan was, and I just don't get that out of Craig. So, whatever. They are trying to mix realistic spy formula with the super spy formula. Yeah, I get it. I totally get. I knew they were going when Casino Royale came out. They were especially into the whole idea of let's make everything gritty. Like Batman came out, Dark Knight came out years before, or not Dark Knight. Batman Begins came out years before, and made the superhero movies all gritty. And then the whole idea was let's make everything realistic and gritty. And like I get it, but I just didn't. I guess if they made it gritty but still had some of the gadgets, but like I waited so long, and here's Q like, oh, here's your pistol. It has a fingerprint reader. I'm like, that's it. That's your gadget. Or like the Bond car. He hopped in the Aston Martin and drove it like how many feet and then crashed it. And I'm like, no. I like the last movie. I felt like I got some of the most of what I would want. Like the car had guns and all this different stuff, and I was like, that's what I wanted. I want the fun. But yeah, it's different strokes, right? I like the Craig Bond era as a self-contained thing. Uh, yeah, I mean, Craig's is the one you can most take out from the rest, and it works as its own thing. The rest of them all feel a little bit more cohesive with each other. And then there's Craig's with a completely different tone. Johnny English was fun for sure. Yes. I love the first Johnny English. What's up, Mark? How you doing? Thanks for being here. What's up, Mark? Oh, hi, Mark. I knew what you were going for there. I put in my 4K of John Wick for just to see the Osaka stuff. Oh my god. So beautiful. Holdover, baby. Let's go. Yes, yes. Let's face it, because people want Oppenheimer to win Best Picture. It won't. That's how I really, really think holdovers, especially things are based off of what is it called? Where people put their top movies and it's kind of based off of that where it falls. And I feel like enough people could put holdovers as number one, that it could win Best Picture. I really, if anything is beating Oppenheimer, I think it's holdovers. I think it has the best chance. It could be like a Spotlight or something like that. That it's like, oh, you hardly won anything all night, but you just won Best Picture. I could see that. Or even like Moonlight. La La Land was just cruising through the awards. Like La La Land was set to win that, and then all of a sudden it was Moonlight. I don't think Oppenheimer will win Best Picture. I could be wrong, but I really don't think it's going to. The N64 Brosnan blockhead look. Yeah. Can't go wrong with the GoldenEye video game. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Brosnan's Bond is the shit, man. And Ana de Armas, oh my god, she was stunningly gorgeous. Hello, Mark. All right, so real quick, let me show you my top movies for the year in order. This is my top 10. I posted this on Instagram, but not everyone follows me on Instagram or anything like that. So this is, as of right now, not having seen certain movies, this is where I would rank movies for the year. And it would be number 10th is May December. That's the one with Charles Melton and Julianne Moore and Natalie Portman. It's a woman that slept with a 13-year-old child, went to prison for it, and now they're together afterward, and Natalie Portman's character is making a movie about it. The movie starts off pretty good, but as it keeps going, it gets kind of creepier and creepier, and Julianne Moore's performance, she begins to get more and more like batshit crazy, and Charles Melton's character is coming to terms with the fact that he was abused. Like, she was like 33 years old or something and sleeping with a 13-year-old. Like, that's not cool in any way. So the movie went there. It was cool. Really good performances. I dug it. It has no place being in the comedy category whatsoever at the Globes. There is not an ounce of funny in that movie. It's not a funny topic. It's not, I don't know why it's there, but it's a very good movie. Number 9, Anatomy of a Fall. This bumped out Spider-Man, essentially. I had Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse in 10th, but by putting Anatomy of a Fall, which I watched last night, in the 9th, that bumped out Spider-Verse. So, yeah, Anatomy of a Fall, very, very well done. It is a movie from France, and even though it's from France, it's like 70% English. It's more English than it is French. The main character, played by Sandra Huller, barely talks French. Like, she starts her court case talking French and then just switches to English because it's easier for her. And she talks English most of the rest of the time. There's a lot of English in the movie, so it's a very accessible movie for people that don't like foreign language much. It's very well acted. It's for if you're a court case type of, if you like court case movies, that's what this is. The whole movie is her husband is found dead on the ground, and he fell from the top window or balcony of their house, and she was the only person around. So did she kill him or did he fall? That's the whole court case. Very, very well done movie. I enjoyed it quite a bit and hope it gets something in award season. 8th place, Nyad. Really good one, under the radar. It's on Netflix. Very much so enjoyed it. It's about Diane Nyad. I think her first name was Diane. The whole movie they're calling her Nyad. I think her first name was Diane. Anyways, but yeah, she's going to swim from Cuba to Florida, and it's never been done. It's one of those inspirational willpower type of movies. I enjoyed it a lot. Jodie Foster was great. Annette Bening was great. Yeah, very, very enjoyable movie. 7th place, No One Will See You. No One Will Save You. I had a blast with this one, guys. I didn't know much on the gimmick going in. It's kind of a gimmick on there's hardly any dialogue. Like, almost this entire movie is silent, besides I think 4 or 5 words are said, and like that's it. I had so much fun with it, though. It's so good. It's like a horror alien movie. I dug it a lot. Caitlin Dever had a great performance. I wasn't expecting something like this to come out during the year. So, yes, a lot of my top 10 is dramas. And then there's something like No One Will Save You, which is not a drama in the slightest. But it's great. 6th place, A Good Person. Dug this one a lot. Like, a lot. This was recommended to me by Megan Mike for one of our recommendation streams. It's one that I wanted to see, but I wasn't in a rush. It was good. The performance by Florence Pugh, which Ken is a huge fan of, she was great. Her against Morgan Freeman. This is a woman who is in a car crash with her fiance and her fiance and fiance's family. Is it? Or no, her fiance wasn't in it. Sorry, her fiance's family is in the car, and then she crashes. They die. And it's the whole fallout of the relationship and, coming to terms with it, creating a relationship with the father, played by Morgan Freeman. It's very, very well done. It made me cry towards the end. Very, very good movie. Morgan Freeman is always great, though. 5th place, gotta take a drink here. But, yeah, 5th place, Barbie. This is a divisive movie, it feels like, but I had a blast with Barbie. It feels like you loved it or you hated it. I loved it. I thought it was a ton of fun. I thought that it was sharp, witty humor. It was my type of movie. But I get there's people that think it's like the worst thing ever made. That's fine. Nothing against that. I dug it a lot. Now we're getting into, really, I put these top 4 like well above 5th down. Like, those top from 10th to 5th are all like kind of close, and I put like fourth to first in almost like another category. Like I really, really liked these top four. So fourth place Holdovers. So the movie is all about the holdovers, the kids that are left behind at this school during the Christmas to New Year's break. They've got no family to go home to. There's a reason they can't leave. So a teacher has to stay behind and watch the kids. They can't be left at home or left at the school alone. And the movie starts off, it's good. It's good. But there hits this point where several of the cast members leave for a reason. And then it comes down to the core cast with Giamatti, the one, I can't remember the kid's name, the main kid, and Divine Joy Randolph. Like those are the main ones left. And the movie skyrockets in how much I liked it. Like it gets so much better, more heartfelt, more character development. Like it's a solid like 7 out of 10 that turns into a 10 out of 10 once the rest of the cast leaves. It's like once those cast members leave, it gives more time and focus to the main characters. And it's so heartfelt and endearing and well done. I loved Holdovers, and that'll absolutely be one I watch next year for Christmas time. So freaking good. If it wins Best Picture, I'm all for it. It was a wonderful movie. Poor Things. I can't get this damn movie out of my mind. I loved Poor Things. I don't know how much I would recommend Poor Things because you have to go in knowing it's weird as fuck. It's super weird. And there is a lot of sex, which I'm not a prude, but someone might go in and be like, damn, what's going on here? Like, there's a lot of sex in this movie, and it gets so freaking weird. It's like, I don't know what it would be like mixing it with, but it's very Frankenstein-ish. Also, wonderful, weird, quirky-ass movie. It's what sells me on it most, besides its set design, its production design is incredible. The score is great. But Emma Stone's performance, granted, I have to see Flower Moon still, so I got to see Lily Gladstone's performance, but I can't imagine it beating Emma Stone's. Emma Stone is playing a character that is developing throughout the movie. Like, her character at the end is so much different than her character at the start. And movies are filmed out of order. And I'm trying to think and imagine Emma Stone has to get into these different developmental stages of her character, Bella. And that is such great acting. Like in the beginning, she's talking and acting kind of like a baby. And by the end, she's very, very smart and educated. And you see as the movie goes, she's talking better, moving better. Her acting is just top notch. It's so good. I can't get it out of my mind, seriously. But number 2, Oppenheimer. I don't know what to say besides this movie is just Nolan directed the shit out of it. He made, I'm a little bit pickier on biopics. He made this biopic work very, very well. I love the transition from color to black and white on the more, this is the stone cold facts. This is the perception of facts. I enjoyed that. The acting by everyone is freaking great. The editing is great. The score is great. Like it is wonderfully paced. Nolan made a masterpiece. It would be number 1 if I didn't, as a movie, enjoy Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, just a little bit more. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret makes probably very little people's lists, and it's my number 1. The movie feels like a warm hug. I don't know how to describe it. It had a smile on my face the entire time, and I didn't grow up as a young girl, so I didn't personally deal with the exact same stuff she's dealing with, but you can still get a sense of the same themes in the childhood struggle to fit in, which is a big part of what she's going through, is trying to fit in and make a place for herself. But I also very much so liked that the family dynamic her father is Jewish and her mother is Catholic, and both sides of the family, the grandparents are trying to make Margaret into either a Christian or into the Judaism. So she doesn't want to pick. Her parents don't want her to pick. And both sides are kind of forcing it. I really liked how the movie handled religion and the idea of imposing beliefs on someone else. I thought that was very, very, very well done. So I don't think anything will beat that for the year for me, but who knows? But it was so freaking wonderful. Now I got to go back to where the heck I was. But yes, that was a damn good year. I was happy with that. So, any anticipated movies you're looking forward to this year? Kind of answered it before, but top one would be Ghostbusters for the moment. The realistic spy formula are mostly mixed with drama and suspense. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with you. Some of my favorite movies with Daniel Craig were pre-Bond. Yes, Road to Perdition, man. Road to Perdition's an amazing movie. It really is. My number 10 is Expendables 4, not a critic at all. And I didn't see it yet. Picked up the Steelbook. I just didn't watch it yet. I will soon enough. Gran Turismo. I do want to see that one. Just didn't get around to it yet. Anatomy of a Fall ruled. Yes, it was very, very good. Dead Reckoning. I liked Dead Reckoning. I didn't love it as much as Fallout. It could be my own expectations, but I really didn't like the villain in Dead Reckoning. It's good. It's good. It's just not my favorite of the Mission Impossibles. It's like more mid-pack for me, but it's got some incredible scenes. Super Mario Brothers. I had fun with it. I did. I did not see Blue Beetle. I had a blast with John Wick. It didn't make my top 10, but it was close. It was like 13th, 14th on my Letterboxd, like somewhere in that ballpark. It's high. It's up there. I love Expendables movie, but hated 4 with a passion so bad. I gotta check it out. Freelance. That looked fun. I wanted to check it out. Ken does love him some Pew Pew. I had multiple Florence Pugh movies in my top 10. Top 3, Songbird. I've heard great things on the Hunger Games. And want to see The Killer. And Extraction 2 was fun. I enjoyed Extraction 2. Hey, brother, just finished dinner with the fam. Congrats on 3K. And I'm with you, Barbie Rock. Yes, Huck. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you had a great dinner. I'm pumped. It's the weekend. I'm excited. I love the weekend. Doing well. Heat is so good, man. That diner scene. Chef's kiss. It's amazing. Barbie was great. I really liked Barbie in theaters with a huge crowd, but it fell down on my. So I do need to revisit it. I've only seen it in theaters. I haven't, besides quickly popping in the 4K just to check out the quality. I didn't fully rewatch. Maybe things would change, but my theater reaction was I freaking had a blast. So I would hope it wouldn't fall, but it could for me. That's like, you never know on repeat viewings sometimes. The same people shitting on Barbie are probably the children of parents who bitched about Thelma and Louise. Thelma and Louise is so good. There's a convention coming up in, March that I want to go to. It's going to have both Gina Davis and Susan Sarandon there, and I really want to go. Really want to go. Is there a Collectors Club on this coming Sunday? It's not this Sunday. What the hell is the date? Huck, if you're still in here, you might remember the date better than me. We're doing 2 streams almost back to back, the recommendation and the Collectors Club. And I want to say it's like 19th and 21st, something like that. That sounds right. But it's not this Sunday, though. You're spot on. I thought the whole movie was going to be all about the kids. And then when it begins to focus on the trio, because yes, dude, I enjoyed up to that point. But once those kids left for the skiing trip and it left those core people, I'm like, this movie just like I said, it went from like a 7 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. Like it just, oh my God, it gets so good. Yeah, Margaret is great. Yes, Margaret Love. It has like no in the award season. It's been on the fringes of so much, and it's not going to get in. Like even Oscar wise, it's kind of been at the fringes of making it in adapted. And now that Barbie is ruled adapted, Barbie has kicked any chance of Margaret getting an adapted screenplay nomination out the door. Like I'm bummed about that, but I adore the movie. So yeah, well, it is what it is. At least it's kind of on the fringes. It's better than no recognition. And thank you so much. Do you buy or use anything to protect your steelbooks? Yes, I buy Malco protectors. There's different versions of them, but this is one of the ones with no tab, but there's ones with tabs, which are a lot of what I have. But yes, I use Malco, but you can buy any company that just, I really like these hard plastic ones. They work the best for me. Heat was a great mix of drama and action. Yes, it's so good. Yes, congrats. Yes, thank you so much. In about 2 weeks, I'm about to check out Zodiac. Oh, dude. There's a scene in that movie. I'm not saying anything about it, but like it's so tense for something that seems so trivial. It's so tense. Oh my God. Zodiac is amazing. Hell yeah, Fincher the GOAT. Yes, 21st. That's what I thought. So it's 19th is our recommendation stream, and then 21st is the standard collectors club. And I'm hyped on both because it's all Oscar themed, and I love this time of year. I love the award season. So I'm pumped. Were you guys doing get together this year? Yes. So doing a get together in March, very beginning of March in Knoxville area. There's a whole list of people coming. I don't even know if I was supposed to not spoil or anything like that, but you'll see more about that as it comes more that time. But yes, yeah, Knoxville area in March. It's going to be a blast. And then hopefully the Bull Moose meetup happens again later in the year. So I'm for meetup stuff. I enjoy that stuff a lot. Speaking of Zodiac, movie posters. This week will be Society of Snow. I bought Aline. I actually paid the $20 to buy that digitally because I really was hyped to see that. And Neon is terrible at telling you anything on when it's coming to like physical. Sometimes they'll release it digitally and like months and months later for physical. And I never even saw that it got a theater run. So I just said, fuck it, and bought the $20 for Aline. Eileen, whatever, however you pronounce. But the cast is great. I am all in for that. Stargate, Once Upon a Time in Venice, and Lift with Kevin Hart. So yeah, I'm pumped for Society of Snow and Eileen. Michael Mann will be on my Mount Rushmore. Michael Mann is awesome. So I don't blame you there. Where's this convention was? So it is called 90s Con God, where is 90s Con? I want to say it's Connecticut. Let me look up for sure exactly where it is, but I want to say it's Connecticut. 90s Con 20. Oh, that's 2023, but it's the same place. Connecticut Convention Center. It's at. It's so far. It's got Gina Davis, Susan Sarandon, Alyssa Milano, and a bunch of other people. It's got like most of the Boy Meets World cast, but I'm going there specifically for Gina Davis, Susan Sarandon, and Alyssa Milano because Alyssa Milano is going to be there, and Shannon Doherty will be at Steel City Con, and I have a Charmed poster that's like half. I've already got Rose and Holly Marie, so I have a Charmed picture too, so I can kind of get both with the remaining sisters. So I'm doing multiple conventions this year. I'm also going to be doing Monster Mania in March. I'm excited for that. It's I'm going to be meeting Jane Levy, Lynn Shay, and McKenna Grace at that. So I love conventions. Can't wait for March. Yes, it's going to be a blast. Good times will be had by all. Yes, they will. I would love to meet Gina Davis. Yes. I mean, meeting her in person is obviously what you want the most, Mel, but if there's something you want signed or anything like that, just let me know and I've already going to be meeting her, so I can get something signed for you if you'd want. But I'm pumped for her and Susan Sarandon. I want to get the one sheet because if you could think about the picture of the one sheet, it's the Polaroid picture of them and then the car below. And the Polaroid picture, you know how Polaroids have that like dead space of white? I've seen pictures of Gina and Susan signing, and they sign in that white area, and it almost makes it look like they signed the Polaroid picture. It looks awesome. So that's going to be such a cool autograph. Just if they stay within that bounds. But yeah, I can't wait to meet them for sure. And thanks to you, I've been obsessing over the Serialized TV app. I've already created these favorite lists and logged tons of shows. Yes, it's very, very cool. I got to get more stuff done on that, but I think it's about time to wrap this up. I try to do like 2 hours or so. If anyone has any last minute questions or anything like that, shoot them over. I'll probably be ending this quite shortly. This has been an awesome stream. You guys have all been just outstanding. I wasn't sure what to expect because I don't do a whole lot of live streams on my channel these days. But yeah, let me know if there's anything specific you'd want for the top 25. But otherwise, I'm going to just probably make a community post and see what people would want for top 25. I'm going to have to get one of those going again. But I just got into Letterboxd. I'm going to have to check out Serialized. It's Letterboxd.tv. That would look amazing, Tim, having them sign the Polaroid. Yes, it's going to look so cool. Let's see. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, Holland. And Happy New Year, Tim. Thank you. Happy New Year. Tell us all your favorite region-free 4K player. I do love my region. I love being region-free in general. Region-free is the way to go. Tim, you are the best. Aw, thank you. I'll be watching your Criterion suggestion next week. Double Indemnity. Yes. Double Indemnity. It's so freaking good. But thank you all so much for being here, for being awesome and spending time with me. On to a great 2024. I hope you all have just a badass year. That would be about it. I'm going to check out now and have a great night. Go watch something awesome. And then me wave bye.